Katie, I get it. I get it.
Where's she at?
Right by you, Charlie.
Right by you.
Was she at somebody's house when
they're leaving in the morning? She's got to get her wallet.
All her cash.
Katie, just I'll do it.
What do you want to do, Anthony?
I'll do it. We're good. Let's do it.
Charlie got the mic, he's dropping facts all day. Anthony's like, nah, I got the better parlay. Argue about the spread, it's a fierce debate. But when it comes to Wildcats, they align their fate. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums.
All right, guys, the Blitz is back. I'm Charlie Winkle here with Anthony Roberts, and Josh Onan is out again. They had a bullpen session for the big city championship game. I think it's tomorrow. I think they're playing the only other team in the city. But big game coming up. They had to put a bullpen session in today. So Josh is out again. Me and Anthony, we're going to hold it together for Blitz the Bookie. NBA Finals is on right now, Game 4, and looks like a rout. What is it? 20 points, 30, almost 30 right now?
Yep.
Am I seeing that right?
It's a lot. That's a lot. I quit watching it.
Rigged.
NBA rigged the third game. They got what they want. It's hard to say it's rigged when it's 30 this game, but that second game, there's a lot of people talking.
So Knicks went up 2-0. A lot of time left in the third quarter, so we'll keep up with that. But all I want to talk about is the World Cup. USA! USA! Tomorrow is the opening day of the World Cup. 2 matches tomorrow, and then the USA opens up Friday night at 9 o'clock. So I'm ready for some World Cup action. The Belmont was on Saturday. You know we love horse racing. We're going to touch on the Belmont. NCAA softball. Did we touch on that last week, Anthony?
If we did, we're going to touch on it a little bit this week.
Well, none of us had the winner because Texas took it down. Baseball, they're about to jump into their College World Series. Starts, what'd you say, Anthony, Friday?
The 12th, yes, Friday.
Double elimination to see who is going to match up for the national championship. I think that's about it, Anthony.
We're less than a month away from the hot dog eating contest. Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
I'm sure. I don't know if he's going to be in it this year, but I don't know why he wouldn't be. The champ needs to come back.
I think he came back last year.
Yeah, always comes back.
Yeah,
I remember when he dethroned Kobayashi. You know, he was the big hot dog guy before. And they said that Chestnut was just a factory worker and that all of his buddies said, dude, you need to get in the eating contest. You need to get in the eating contest. Just a regular Joe. He showed up, and the rest is history. Joey Chestnut, it's like people don't even get close to him. He might be the greatest champion of all time, Charlie.
And there was a controversy a couple years ago. I guess he signed a deal with a different I don't even know what it is. I shouldn't speak on it. But there was a controversy in the hot dog eating world. But yeah, I always like to keep an eye on that.
I heard he got
he's killing the whatever that number was. What was his name? Kobayashi. He was the champ for 5 years straight for a while.
Yeah.
And that number, whatever it was that they were hovering around that time, he's blowing that out now.
Oh my God. I heard he got I think I read something. He got in a fight, like maybe got arrested or something here recently, Chestnut. But
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, the guy is a hot dog eating machine. But dude, it sounds so gross. I'm all for a good eating contest, but they dip it down in water. A hot dog bun, that's for lubrication. So to go down the throat easier, I guess. I don't know. But that sounds gross. A soggy hot.
They just shove them. Just smash them in their face.
You know they got a yak when the stuff's over. They got a yak. When the camera's off, do they not got a yak?
Half of them are fighting back, yakking right there on national television.
Yeah. You know, it's usually not the big guys that do well, though. They say it's like you got to train for it. You got to stretch your stomach. I was going to do it, but now that's too much work.
Hell no. They say he does. I think I've heard him back a few years ago. He does other eating contests, too. He doesn't just do hot dogs. He does them all. 4th of July be coming up before you know it. But it is World Cup time. We got some news we'll touch on at the end of the show. And, guys, apologize for not having a second half of the show last week. But, we had some unfortunate news right after we recorded the first half of the show. So thoughts and prayers, obviously, to you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony's family had a unexpected death in the family. So no right side of Kentucky sports last week, but there was a lot of stuff we wanted to touch on. So we will have a short episode of the right side of Kentucky sports this week. But Anthony, how you feeling? You ready for the World Cup or what?
Loving it. Can't wait. I'm this close to buying tickets. I'm still trying to talk this guy down. You might see me at the World Cup match. You might not have.
Dude, I would love to go to a World Cup match. And they're all over the place too. They're spread out everywhere.
Charlie,
So
when did you start liking soccer? I know you've said it. You like the World Cup time. You gotta teach me the rules of the game, because I don't even know the rules of the game.
we talked about this
I know,
a week or two ago.
I need to learn the rules.
Me and Josh figured out that Anthony zones out when we talk on the show because he never knows what we were talking about. But yeah, I started liking it because of the video game in the early 2000s. The FIFA came out maybe like 03, 04. Started playing the FIFA video game, and then there was, I think it was the 06 or something World Cup was Zinedine Zidane and the headbutt. So since around that time, I've been watching it. And again, I'm not a soccer fan by any means. It's like the Olympics. I like the Olympics too. Some people don't like it. I'll sit there and watch.
I like the Olympics, and I like the World Cup. I can get into the whole patriotic thing. I can.
It's just about cheering for your country. You
Yeah.
know. We'll touch on the World Cup, but the NBA finals are on right now. The Knicks went up 2-0 on the road, stole both road games in San Antonio, and now they've come back to New York, and San Antonio wins game 3, and they are routing them right now, up close to 30. It looks like it's about to be 2-2, exactly what the NBA wants, Anthony. Going back for game 5 in San Antonio, then you got 1-1-1. So it's San Antonio, back to New York, back to San Antonio. Exactly what the NBA wants. This is going 7, Anthony. It's going 7.
I will say they're only down 20 now. They were down 30. You know, the score.
I told you it could happen quick.
You know, the big talk has been about game 3. You know, the Knicks were up 2-0 going home. And supposedly, I think there was like a 25-8 free throw disparity, however you say it, in the second half.
Disparity?
Yeah, disparity. Yep, that's it. In the second half of the game, a lot of people's upset about it. People calling it one of the worst officiated games ever. To me, you should have known that. Being up 2-0, you knew they were going to try to give it to the Spurs. Now, tonight, I don't blame it on them, but now the Knicks are only down 18 with 7 minutes to go in the third. So this one's not over. Looks like the New York Magic is starting to come alive at Madison Square Garden. Would that be a great comeback at 30 points?
Hell yeah. Things can happen quick in the NBA, man.
They can. I agree. They can score quick.
Yeah, it happens quick. They were just down 30, and you said it's 20 now?
Yeah, 18. You remember the time Tracy McGrady, his team was down something like 12 points with like 40 or 50 seconds to go, and they came back and won?
It was one of the great. I think he scored, and this is off the top of my head, 13 points in, was it like 12 seconds? It was something outrageous. Maybe I'm a little bit off. I'm gonna look it up. That was the good old days. What was that? Probably early 2000s, I'd say.
Yeah. McGrady was in Tim Duncan's class, wasn't he? I remember that because I used to buy press pass. I used to buy press pass basketball cards, and the net burners had Chauncey Billups. They had Tim Duncan. I feel like they had Tracy McGrady.
I was off. 13 points in 33 seconds.
Still a lot. That's a lot of points in a lot of seconds. So,
and I've heard him talk about that. Basketball players just sometimes get in that zone where they feel like the basket is, as big as a swimming pool, and they can just throw it in from anywhere. And
I've seen it. Even my super amateur self. There's days I've went out to the court where you just don't feel like you can miss. I don't know if you've ever had one of those days. It's just awesome. You say, why can't I shoot like that all the time? I'm going to try out for Pope's team, and I'm just hoping I have one of those days. That's my hope when I try out for Pope's team.
He's got one more roster spot.
Dude, I'm trying to get it. I haven't told you nothing about that, Charlie, but I've been doing treadmill, wearing sweat vest. I'm really shooting my ass.
You need
off,
to
dude.
just keep shooting. You just need to keep shooting.
I'm going to keep getting jump shots up, Charlie, and I figure, if I can get up at least 1,000 jump shots a day, I can, run 10 miles, practicing trash talk. trying to learn the name of all Pope's teammates, on his Kentucky team. I'm even following and liking his daughters on TikTok. Just telling them, Blitz the bookie Anthony's coming, baby. Don't leave me open. That's all I'm gonna say. Just bring me out there, dude. And I'm a spot up shooter. That's what I am.
What we got here? 65, 18-point game, still 4 minutes in the third. Think San Antonio wins this, ties it up 2-2.
Yeah, I do, but I would love to see a comeback tonight.
I think San Antonio wins, but I'm willing to bet with about 5 minutes left in this game, it'd be a 12-point game or less.
Sure.
I don't know how close they'll get it, but I could easily see this game getting close at some point. Look, we were talking, I don't know if it was last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, about the physicality. These refs are crazy how they changed the way they call the game.
I agree with
in
that.
the playoffs,
I do agree with that.
and especially in the finals. But you know what? It's nothing new because they've been doing this forever. This is how they've always called it. But look, I've seen a lot of people talking shit about Wemby and the elbows and stuff because he threw Brunson down to the ground last game. Did you see that?
Dude, they let Wemby away with everything, dude. Wemby,
You need
everything.
to look at what's happening to him. He's getting grabbed and pushed, and dude, they are banging and elbowing on him.
I'm gonna call you Pepe La Charlie. Viva La France. You got a USA shirt on.
You are so racist. All you want to do
is not racist. That is patriotic.
You always want to come back to the country or something. I don't give a shit about that. It hurts the big men the way they call these games in the playoffs because you know what the big men do. They bang on each other and they let them do it. Wemby is getting now. Look, it's the right game plan. We talked about that too. The game plan should be to bang on him as much as you can. But dude, they're letting a lot of shit go, and he is getting banged on for as much as he's getting hit. I'm surprised he hasn't done more.
Born in the USA, Charlie, is all I can say. I was gonna try to show you something there, but you got USA across your chest. You got an American flag hat on. We are talking about Wemby. We are talking about the Frenchman.
No, I
versus
just
the
talked
New
about
York Knicks. The New York Knicks, America.
I just talked about big men. I didn't say anything about Wemby. It was talking about big men in general not benefiting from the way the big cat or the Frenchman.
The big cat or the Frenchman. We're talking about the big cat, the University of Kentucky star, or the Frenchman, Wemby Yada. Come on, Charlie.
I haven't even said anything about who I like or anything.
I know. I'm just going patriotic. I don't care if you said it or not, son. This is USA.
Cat's a big man, too. And guess what? He's not benefiting either. I don't think he's had any points in the fourth quarter in this whole series. He's a big man, too, that's not benefiting from the way that they call it. You know who benefits? The guards.
I agree with that.
Especially in today's game where it's all about guards. That's who it's benefiting. I'm going to give some props to Brunson. I've seen him play plenty of times. I don't know why I have been undervaluing how good he is. Dude, he's really, really good. Like, real good. He is crafty. He can get his shot. Like, I saw him last game get multiple in the lane fadeaways against Wemby. Dude, you know that can't be easy.
No, and I'm with you, Charlie. I've been really impressed with Brunson. And, they say that way that Cat's been able to do pretty well against Wemby is that he's a little bit of a tough matchup for Wemby. The Cat can shoot. And so it draws Wemby out. Wemby likes to set in the middle and not just block the guy he's guarding shot, but, alter everybody's shot around the rim. And they say if they try to put a smaller guy on Cat, he's been able to take advantage of them. So they're having troubles kind of deciding what they want to do with Karl Anthony Towns. But the main thing is that he can shoot. And then when they put a smaller player on him, he can take advantage of that as well. So I'm not saying that it will continue like that because we all know how great Wemby is. But I do think it's cool that maybe Wemby has a weakness. Maybe a guy like Cat that can shoot, bring him outside a little bit and get him out of the lane where, he's most dominant.
And he's still young. San Antonio's not supposed to be in the finals right now. This was supposed to happen a year or two from now. And guess what? The Knicks, they got a really good coach, a really good veteran coach. Mike Brown has had a really good game plan, I think, especially with what you were talking about with the way he's been playing Cat on Wemby at times, and then not on him at times. Mike Brown, undervalued coach. I've never been big on him in the past, but I do like what he's doing this year with the Knicks. A lot of pressure up there in New York. So Mike Brown doing a good job, defending Wemby, doing the best you can. He's one of them guys where you say, we're not going to stop him. We just got to try to contain him. And,
right.
you know, I think Mike Brown is doing a really good job right now. We are in game 4, Anthony, and I know you messed with me about the Wemby thing. I am still up in the air. Like I don't know if I can remember a big time series, whether it's or a big time game, a Super Bowl, a World Series, an NBA Finals, where I cannot figure out who I want to win. I don't know who I want to win. I just want to see 7 games, which I know we're going to see because the NBA is going to set it up that way. But I do not know who I want to win. I like Wemby. I like we got 2 players on the Knicks. Kentucky does. I mean, 2 players on the Spurs. I'm sorry. I like the young Spurs team. I like their coach. But I like Cat. I like the Knicks. I like Brunson. For some reason, I kind of like Mike Brown right now. I don't know who I want to win.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You still on the Knicks? I mean, I know you've been teasing the whole American.
Yeah, I
thing,
don't like Wemby. I don't like. I'm a hater.
You don't like him?
No, I'm a hater. Hater.
There's nothing not to like. There's nothing
Yeah,
not
it
to
is.
like
It's
about
the same reason I don't like Otani. It's I'm not going to like
because he was born in a different country.
well, they're trying to be the greatest, and the greatest belongs to an American. It's an American sport. It belongs to an American, and that's just my belief. I'm not saying like I hate
He's got
foreigners.
a long way to go to be the good. Anybody that wants to put him in the GOAT conversation is out of their damn mind because he ain't even nowhere close to that. Look, I don't want to jinx nothing, but the dude's got a freaky, crazy body, and his, something could happen, and he might not be around in 6 years. Now, I don't want to jinx nothing, and I might go edit that out, but I'm just saying, like, the whole GOAT thing, no, we can forget about that. But
I'm gonna
he's
tell you
a
what.
freak.
If Manute Bo or Sean Bradley was around, they would shut his ass down.
Manute Bol couldn't even get up.
Manute Bo, dude, was a fighter. Have you ever seen
he
Manute
was-
Bo? He'd fight. He'd fight.
I seen him play in person, dude. For the Bullets.
They said when he got
and George Murison. I seen both of them play for the Bullets.
They said when he
remember George Murison?
Yeah, I do remember him. He was
dude,
really tall.
he was fucking humongous.
He was like the giant El Gante or something. But anyhow,
that's what he looked like.
They say when Manute Bo got to America, dude, like he's lying about his age big time. Like they said he was so much older than what he was saying he was. But if you remember anything about Manute Bo, he would fight those guys in a second. Like he was kind of known as a fighter, Manute Bo was. And I guess just being from such a rough part of the world, man, the guy was just he wasn't no punk. I remember Manute Bo fighting in several guys back in the day.
Out of all the big guys, Manute, you got Sean Bradley, you got George Murison. Was there any other ones back in the day?
Here recently, Taco Falls, but
so out of those 3, I say Manute was the best.
Yeah.
Sean Bradley had a little bit of game early in his career.
His cards
George Murison should have been a fucking wrestler, dog, because he could barely get up and down the court. He
was a wrestler. The giant El Gante. Remember him?
Dude,
he was a wrestler.
He looked just like him. They had to have been related.
That was him. That was definitely him. So it's you remember in wrestling, Charlie, when the Big Show or the Giant came in? No, it wasn't the Big. It was the Giant, and they said that was Andre the Giant's son. Remember that when
that was the Big Show. That was the Big Show.
That was his son. That's what they said. I don't know if it was true or not, but that's what I believed, anyways.
Yeah, and Kane came in as Undertaker's brother. That was probably one of the best storylines in wrestling. We'll have a whole wrestling show here.
You know that Goldust was really Dusty Rhodes' son. That was Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, that was
Marlena was actually my aunt. Marlena, that's my second aunt on my mom's side. Marlena was the one with the cigar.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dude, no. I couldn't believe when Dustin Rhodes turned into fucking Goldust, dude.
Gold
I
Dust was a
cannot believe
monster,
that.
son.
'Cause
Gold Dust was a monster.
But I watched wrestling for like 6 years before that. So I was Dustin Rhodes. I watched him for years. And then the whole Gold Dust thing came, and I was like, what in the world? And hey, I give him credit. He made Gold Dust work, and he stayed Gold Dust for basically, I guess, the rest of his career, I think.
Who was kind of a weak wrestler that you kind of liked? Like not a big wrestler, but one maybe a lot of other people didn't like, but you liked.
Well, when it like the first thing that comes to my mind when you say that is not it's a tag team, and that'd be the Bushwhackers because they weren't very
Okay.
good.
Yeah, they were
The
a comedy
Bushwhackers,
skill.
yeah, they weren't very good, but I loved the Bushwhackers. Off the top of my head, somebody that wasn't well, I mean, like I said, we'll have a whole wrestling podcast here in about a month when it's real, real slow because I could talk about this for 2 hours. I really like the British Bulldog. Now he was really, really
He was a
good.
big wrestler. Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
mid.
was. He was big, but he's probably like in my top 5 favorites. Like
Yeah.
he's probably my
British
top 5, and
Bulldog.
I wouldn't say
There's a trend going on here, Charlie. British Bulldog, Wimbignata. Dude, are you American? You put on the USA shirt and stuff, dude.
hey, they're red, white. They're at least red, white, and blue.
Well,
The
let me tell
flag
you,
looks
I
the same.
love not just an
Davey
American.
Smith, baby.
My favorite, like non-big star, wasn't just an American. He was a Native American, and it was Tatanka. I like Tatanka. I don't know if you remember him or not. I like
Oh yeah, I
Tatanka.
remember.
The
You
tomahawk
ain't gonna
chop.
name any wrestler that I don't remember.
Papa
Anthony.
Shango. I like Papa Shango. He's a bad guy. Yeah.
Who was? Yeah, Papa Shango. You had
Remember
the big guys.
Kamala, the one that
Earthquake.
was scared of the Undertaker? Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala. Earthquake. Remember Earthquake?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. Good time.
Earthquake and it was Earthquake and Typhoon.
Yeah.
They were the what was their name? They were the natural disasters, son. The
I think it
natural
was
disasters.
Earthquake or Typhoon had a match with, I think it was Dusty Rhodes, and man, like they were being silly, but it was an epic like silly match, dude. Like they were over the top selling, and it was pretty awesome.
I love wrestling, Anthony. We could go the whole. We got to stop because I could
Katie
keep
would do
talking
that
about
series with us. Katie would do that series with us. Katie likes wrestling.
what from in the 90s. She knows
Son,
shit.
like I asked Katie, like, why didn't they watch movies when she was young? She said, well, we always got to rent a movie like once a week, and they went over their dads. And she said, each week a different. She has one brother and one sister, so they take turns. And she said, anytime it was her brothers or her or brothers' turn
WrestleMania
to
or
pick,
Royal Rumble.
they would get the old wrestling videos. Katie liked wrestling back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe we might do that. We
Yeah.
might do that. Maybe we'll get shit. My kids, Charlie especially, he knows a lot of the old ones. He's watched a lot of the old WrestleManias and Royal Rumbles, like a bunch of them. The old
Dude, I
school
had
ones.
my buddy's mom was ate up with this shit, dude. I would go down to his house when I was in middle school to go to the bus stop at 6:30 in the morning. They rented every pay-per-view. Rented every pay-per-view.
I had a buddy that did that on the
Dude,
yeah.
6:30. They didn't even have much money on, and they
He
rented
had
every pay-per-view.
the little black cable box back in the 90s. Is that what he had?
No, they just rented it. They legitly rented it, and his mom wouldn't let us come in on the night, dude. It was crazy. But we have to watch it the next day when they'd have it on tape. But I'd go over her house to pick him up in the mornings. She'd have her leg up over the easy chair, and she'd have one of them old VHSs on. She had like a whole wall of wrestling VHSs, dude. There was not a bigger wrestling fan than that lady. And rest in peace, Carolyn. She was a good person, dude. She was definitely the biggest wrestling fan I knew of.
I love wrestling, Anthony.
Yeah, it is. Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
like sometimes I'll go back and watch some of the old Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias and stuff. Some of the good storylines. All right. Well, we went from NBA Finals to George Mirasan to wrestling.
The Giant. The
Right.
Giant.
That's about all I got on the final. My only prediction on the finals is that we will see 7 games.
I agree.
Actually, since we're here, I'll say Knicks in 7.
Knicks in
That'd
7.
be
I
on the-
like it. That's my pick too. Knicks in 7.
Actually, I think if the Knicks win, maybe they win in 6 because maybe they'll let them win it at home.
Yep. Brunson wins it for America.
It'd be cool to see him win it in New York because they will absolutely destroy the city, even if they don't win it in New York. But if they do, dude, if they got a elimination game in game 6, those ticket prices are going to be outrageous. They already are, but could you imagine if they have a chance to close it out in game 6? Man.
I've even
So
told Katie
we'll
about
see what
putting a
happens
second.
with that.
I said
I'm
something to
actually
Katie
going to
about
change it. I'm changing my pick. I'm going to say Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6. Okay. I got you.
I'm gonna say Knicks in 6. They're gonna lose this one. They're gonna go back and they're gonna win the next 2.
This is the
And
question I don't want to know.
New York is gonna go fucking crazy.
Can Wembanyama guard the Statue of Liberty? The actual Statue of Liberty. Can it was the Statue of
It'd be
Liberty was a
close.
gift. It was a gift from the French. It was a gift from the
He
French. The
would
statue,
swat the shit out of her.
dude. I don't think he would. She's big. She's big.
He would swat her shit right into the what is that? Up the, what is
The
she
Atlantic,
in?
the New York Harbor Atlantic.
I think it's something. It's called something. But yeah. He would swat her shit. Wemby don't care where she came from. You're gonna swat her shit.
He was a gift.
All right, on to the World Cup. On to the good stuff. The World Cup starts
Yeah, are you gonna like the USA
baby.
for 1 second?
Are
you gonna go with Mexico?
I love the USA. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We're gonna make a run, dude. We are gonna make a run. We've got a good, talented team, maybe the most talented team that we have ever had. They're saying there's question marks at goalie. Whatever. Just score the ball.
Don't even play goalie.
I like our team. All we got to do is win this group, and we actually have a favorable group. Tomorrow is the opening day. There's 2 matches. Mexico is playing. Who's RSA? You're a history
Russia.
guy.
Is it Russia?
No. Look at that. It's got a weird flag I've never seen. RSA.
I'll look it up.
South Africa. Why is RSA?
The Republic of South Africa, baby.
There you go. South Africa and Mexico in the first match, and the Czech Republic and Korea in the second match. And then the USA, we play on Friday night at 9:00. I'm glad it's at night, but I am going to be tuned in. Anthony, are you going to watch? Don't lie. Are you going to watch on Friday night the men's? Yes, you are. You're watching. I'm going to bug you, and I'm going to make you watch it.
1 second, please.
If you don't watch, Anthony, you're not an American. Matter of fact, I'm going to say if you don't watch the game on Friday night, that you love Wemby and you are cheering for the French.
I'm an American. That was an American cramp I just got. And so I'm an American as it gets.
We got
I'm here with
Paraguay,
you, Charlie,
Australia, and Turkey. We got a lag going on or something?
No, we got a cramp going on.
Oh, he cramped up again.
My bad.
Oh, you need where's it at? I think I put it over. You need
1 second.
Need some of these pills. Oh, he's cramping up again.
I'm good.
Anthony, get you a banana.
I'm good.
USA, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. I know who the soccer countries are, and that is a very, very winnable group. Matter of fact, I'm going to say the USA better win that group. They better win the group and advance to the elimination stage. We're going to go through all. You there? Oh, he really did disappear. I guess he went to get a banana. He don't even like, he's faking a cramp right now because he does not like soccer. I don't like soccer too much either. I don't like youth soccer, but I love World Cup soccer and I love the USA. Anthony's trying to get on me for not being USA, and he walks out when I'm trying to get him on board. for those of you that are just listening, Anthony just left. He rolled out. His screen is blank. I'm just looking at a picture of me, Josh, and him on his screen, and he rolled out on me. But we are going to pick all of these groups. And dude, I don't think the USA could have got a better group. I really don't. In Group 1, you got Mexico.
I'm right here.
In Group 2, you got Canada and Sweden. In Group C, you got Brazil. In Group E, you got Germany. In Group F, you got the Netherlands, Sweden. Group G's got Belgium. That might be the other easy one right there. Egypt, Iran, Belgium, and who's NZL, Anthony?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. I don't know how I didn't know that. I feel like that's a pretty easy group. We got an easy group. That one seems pretty easy. Group H has got Spain. Group
New
I
Zealand are them guys
France.
that do that football where they tackle each other. New Zealanders, you don't want to mess with them guys.
Rugby. Group I, France and Norway. Group J, Argentina. Group K, you got Portugal and Colombia. And then you got Group L with England, Croatia. Dude, we have one of the easiest two groups. We have to get out of this group. There's no doubt if they lose this, it's going to be a disappointment. Did you hear the teams we got in our group?
Yep.
Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. Turkey, I feel like is usually halfway decent. I think all those three teams are halfway decent, but we have no powerhouses. You want to stay away from the Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, France, England, and we stayed away from all of those. So
here's the odds. I got the odds to win the World Cup. The odds are Spain, your favorite, at 4.5 to 1. France, 5 to 1. England, 7 to 1. Portugal, 8.5 to 1. Brazil, 9 to 1. Argentina, 9 to 1. Germany,
if you can get Brazil at 9 to 1 in the World Cup is value all day. We talk about value, Anthony.
Yeah.
Brazil at 9 to 1, value, big time right there.
Germany, 14 to 1. Netherlands, 20 to 1. United States, 60 to 1. If you want the good old USA winning the World Cup right before 4th of July, 60 to 1. When is the finals for the World Cup?
I don't know. I'll look at the schedule here in a second. It's a while. It's like, it might be like 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks.
Will it be around the 4th of July?
Yeah, it might be. Is the final on
July 19th? July 19th. That will be 2 weeks after the 4th of July.
So Brazil and the next two and the United States, I'm betting all 4 of them. Who was it? Netherlands? After Brazil.
It's
Brazil?
The bottom 4 I told you was United States, Netherlands, Germany, Argentina, and Brazil.
So I'm betting all 5 of those.
Yep.
Brazil's 9 to 1. Who's the next one?
Argentina.
At what?
9 to 1. They're both 9 to 1.
That's value too.
Germany's 14 to 1. Netherlands is
that's big time. That's big time value. 14 to 1 with Germany and Netherlands. What are they?
20 to 1.
I'm betting all 5 of those.
I'm taking
a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there. I'm taking all 5 of them. Hey, we got a chance. The United States has a chance. I like our chances. Let's go through these groups. We're not going to pick every game. We're just going to pick group winners for the World Cup. And at some point, I will try to get Josh's picks on this. Anthony, Group A. Mexico, South Africa, Korea, and the Czech Republic. Who you got?
Mexico.
You got Mexico?
Yep.
Yeah, Mexico's tough. I don't know I wonder if how they're put on here 1 through 4, because it seems like all of the powerhouses are at the top. And that would make the Czech Republic, they're in the 4 spot in this group. I don't know if that means anything, but Czech Republic's pretty good. I'd like to pick them, but that worries me that they're sitting in that 4. I don't know if that matters or not, but I feel like it might. I'm going to go Mexico too. I'm going to go Mexico. Group B, Canada. Who's BIH?
BIH.
Bitch. I don't know. Bosnia.
Is that who it is?
Yep. Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Sweden. Again, Sweden is usually really good in soccer, and I'm sorry, that's Switzerland. And Switzerland is usually really good, and they are in that 4 spot. I'm going to take my chances here. Give me Switzerland. I'm going to take Switzerland in this one.
Who was the other ones?
Qatar. Who did I say BIH was?
Qatar is usually pretty good.
Canada, Qatar, and Bosnia. And then Switzerland. Who you got? Dirty Canadians?
Qatar. Give me Qatar.
Qatar. I like it. That's got to be an upset. All right, Group C. Is anybody going to pick? You going to pick somebody to beat Brazil? I don't even know who these other ones are. MAR with a red flag.
NAR. I don't know.
No, M.
MAR.
That's Morocco.
Morocco. Yeah, Morocco.
Yep. You got Brazil. You got Morocco. Haiti. You got Haiti.
Yep.
And SCO, Scotland.
The Scottish.
Haiti, Canada, and who did I say BIH was? I forgot, dude. I'm freaking delirious.
BIH. We just
Bosnia.
said it.
Bosnia. No, that's the wrong group. I'm tripping.
Brazil.
MAR.
You said Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil. No, who was MAR?
Morocco.
I'm taking Brazil. It don't even matter. I shouldn't even.
I want to take Scotland because I like the Scottish. But I'm gonna take Brazil. I'm not betting against Brazil.
You better look at Scotland's odds to win that group right there, Anthony. All right, Group D, the only group that matters, the USA. Do we got to read any other ones? I don't. USA all the way, baby. Who you taking? Turkey?
That's you, Turkey. USA.
USA. All right, Group E, Germany. Again, I don't know these. Who is CUW?
Germany for me. Germany's one of my favorite countries.
Yeah, I'm taking Germany. Caraco. I'm taking Germany.
The Germans are good at everything.
Real good. All right, Group F, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and I'm assuming Tunisia, TUN. I'm not picking them because that is a tough group. Sweden, Netherlands, and Japan has been on the come up. Give me the Netherlands, but watch out because I think Sweden or Japan could take that one. But I'm going Netherlands.
Pull the upset. I'm going to go Tunisia, North Africa.
Tunisia.
Yeah, we actually pushed Rommel back into Italy, World War II. We pushed them back in Tunisia. So, yes, that's right there by Egypt.
All right, next group, Belgium. They're on the top. I don't know if that means anything. Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand.
I guess you're going to go with Iran, huh? Is that who you're going with, Iran, Charlie? You're that bad guy on wrestling. Who was the bad guy? The Iranian guy on the Sheik or whatever, the wrestler.
Yep. The Iron Sheik.
The Iron Sheik. No, I'm going Egypt, right next to Tunisia. I'm
gonna go New Zealand. I'm gonna go New Zealand. I think that's probably gonna be a huge upset if New Zealand wins. And who'd you taking Egypt?
Egypt. That's where all the pyramids are.
They still have pyramids standing over there. How did they get those boulders to where they needed them?
Slaves.
They carried them?
Slaves, yeah. You got free labor.
I don't even think that people could carry them. Things are big, dude. That's a whole other conversation.
They brought them in from the river. They rode them up the river.
Conspiracies.
Yeah. I know that's where you were going, Charlie. I can't let you do that tonight, dude. Can't let you do that. You already told me they didn't land on the moon. That's where you lost me, bub. We made it to the moon.
You're crazy. All right, next one. Spain, and a bunch of ones that I do not know. CPV, KSA, I guess that's KSA Bombers. I don't know. You are Uruguay. Who's CPV?
Um,
You're supposed to be
Czechoslovakia.
Cape Cape Verde.
I never heard of them.
Cape Verde is in the World Cup, dude. I have never seen Cape Verde. Maybe this is their first time ever. We have got to look that up. Cape
Well,
Verde.
they probably didn't even have a soccer team, and they just wanted to get there, like that kangaroo rap dancer, and that's how they got to the World Cup.
There is no way. I have never seen that team, and there's no chance. Spain's got a super easy one. Maybe Uruguay. Spain rolls this one. Rolls.
Uruguay for me.
You're nuts. Spain is going to beat the
He
brakes off.
loves the Spaniard.
Love them. Next group. This is your group. The French. France, Senegal, Iraq, and Norway. Who are you going to go with? You don't like any of them. Norway's their flag's red, white, and blue, but France's is red, white, and blue too.
Norway.
Matter of fact, Iraq. No, theirs is red.
I'm not taking Saddam Hussein.
You're going Norway, France in a route. I hope Thierry Henry and Zinedine Zidane come back.
Do you think that Wemby could play goalie for the French?
That would be fucking awesome. That is the best idea that you've had with Wemby. You don't like him in basketball. Would you like him if he was a goalie?
Well, he's athletic, dude. He'd be hard to shoot over and through. I mean,
That'd
he'd probably be a hell of a goalie. Dude, he could be a goalie. We need to call the French president and say, hey, NBA Finals ends next week. Let's get Wemby in for the World Cup. Bring him in for like a specialized goalie.
I like it. I actually love it. All right, next group, Argentina, Algeria, I would say. Maybe the Algiers. Maybe it's Algiers. Maybe it's Algeria. Yeah, it's Algeria.
Da-da-da. We got an ESPN update. The Knicks are down 9 with 6 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the game. The Knicks are down 9. That's your ESPN on the hour update.
And if you missed it about 30 minutes ago, I told you this was going to happen. So Argentina, Algeria, and Jordan and AUT, whoever that is. I'm going chalk again. Argentina all day.
I like Argentina. They're good.
They're good. Day.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Portugal, COD. Call of Duty. I don't know. Who's COD? I don't know. Portugal, COD. Uzbekistan, I'm assuming. UZB. And Colombia. Watch out. Yeah, Uzbekistan. Colombia, man.
That's where Pablo Escobar was from.
Yeah, that's where that one that me and Josh were telling you about, the two Escobars back in I think it was the early 90s or late 80s, where the guy scored his name was Escobar too, and he played for Colombia, and he scored a goal for the other team, and 7 days later it was bad news. So Argentina, we all got Portugal. So who you got? Colombia?
Argentina.
Yeah. No, it's Portugal. No, it's Portugal. No, we already picked Argentina.
Argentina is great.
We already picked Argentina.
I take Portugal.
Yeah, me too. I'm on Portugal. Last one, England, Croatia, Panama, and Ghana.
I will take.
Croatia might have a chance, but I'm going to England. I think
maybe
this might be.
For my buddy Slavko in college, I'm going to go with Croatia.
Croatia with the upset.
Probably got some good odds in there.
All right, so we will revisit this, but just real quick for fun, Anthony, your list: Mexico, Qatar, Scotland, USA, Germany, Tunisia, Egypt, Uruguay, Norway, Argentina, Portugal, Croatia. Who wins it all?
Qatar or the U.S., but we'll go with the USA, baby.
Qatar or the U.S.?
That's where we get a lot of our oil from, Qatar. So we got to be good with them.
I think USA makes a big run. I think we got a chance. So since you said two, I'm going USA, or I don't know why, but dude, these are all powerhouses.
Well,
I don't
US,
know.
baby.
I go USA and maybe England, but dude, this is maybe Germany. I don't know. USA's winning it, baby. USA, USA. Anthony, Friday at 9 o'clock. If you're not watching, you're not American. You better be keeping up with the World Cup. I don't know when. So let's see. We play on Friday, and let's see when we play again. Because this is one of them deals, Anthony, where I think you got to play 3 games. You play everybody in your group, and the best record moves on. So looks like we got, fuck, I don't even know. I can't even find where our next game is, but I think they got about a week off. So I feel like they won't play until after we record next week. So I will be checking up on you on Friday night. You better be watching. I don't know how much I'll watch tomorrow because I got a busy day coming. But all right, that's enough for the World Cup. We are running late. We're going to have to scoot through this, Anthony. I know we're going to want to spend a lot of time on the Belmont, but we're going to have to get through it because I see you yawning. I'm already tired. It's late. But the Belmont was Saturday, and I was wrong. You were wrong. Golden Tempo wins the Belmont after coming back and sitting out the Preakness. I mean, first things first, Anthony. Look, I know the Preakness, the distance, whatever, but back in the day and the true champions, Triple Crown champions, the distance, you got to be able to go different distances. If Golden Tempo runs in the Preakness, do we have a Triple Crown winner right now?
No, no. And it's nothing against Golden Tempo. I truly think it takes a super horse to win the Triple Crown. And it's not because I don't think he could win the Preakness. I always think what's made the Triple
The
Crown so
Knicks are
hard.
down 4. The Knicks are down 4.
I've always thought.
Sorry.
No, I see it. The thing that I've always thought that makes the Triple Crown so hard to win is that it's 3 races in 5 weeks. And I just think it takes a super horse
And
to
it
do that.
used to be 3 different distances.
It is, yeah, still, well, yeah, it ain't this year, but it will be back next year. But I think that's the biggest challenge of it, and that's why I wanted them to keep it the same, because to me the Triple Crown special. It's one of the harder things to win in sports, and I think that's what makes it special. I think if we could just wait one more year and let the Belmont get back to a mile and a half, you will see more horses get in the Preakness. I really believe that because there's a lot of people that don't want to run that mile and a half race. So either way, it don't matter. I think he's a good horse, but his time in the Belmont was super slow, super slow. And take nothing away from him, he beat the horses around him. I kind of think it's a weak group. They had I told you, a couple of Derby favorites early. They got hurt, Ted Noffey and Paladin. Maybe they're the super horses this year, but I don't think there's nothing out there right now that I would call a really high level horse, and that's including Golden Temple. Now, Golden Temple is a very good horse. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I just don't see nothing that I think it's kind of a weaker year this year, not unless Ted Noffey or Paladin are the superstars, or maybe Crude Velocity when he stretches out.
Well, I disagree. I think Golden Tempo is a super horse, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But before I get to that, you touched on the time, and here's a question for you: does the time with a closer? All right, the closer's going with whatever the pace is, right?
Sure, sure.
You almost have to run with whatever the pace gets set.
Right.
Golden Tempo, the way he runs is they're going to put him in the back. So they're putting him in the back of whatever the pace ends up being. So to me, the slower time, unless that closer is going to run past him halfway down the stretch and just win by 10 lengths, I almost feel like a closer, the time is dependent on the pace, not so much the closing horse. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I'm not saying I do or I don't. I've never really thought about that. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of a
I
unique way
I
to
had
look at
I
it.
had neither. But
And
I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying that's wrong, but
it gotta be something.
I still think if you're the best horse by a lot, you'll win by a lot. And these races have all been pretty close. They've all been, even this past race, him, Renegade, and Commandment, they were all pretty close. I mean, him and Commandment were super close, and Renegade was just a length back. Look, I'm not saying I think it's a group of bums, but the Derby wasn't very fast. I compared this race to the Travers because the Travers ran at Saratoga at a mile and a quarter. That would have been the second slowest Travers in like 40 years. It's nothing against Golden Temple. I think he's definitely a nice horse. There's no doubt that he's a nice horse. But when I'm comparing them to like the each class. Like even last year with journalism sovereignty, I think when we look back, that group with the year before with fierceness, Sierra Leone, Forever Young, that group was a strong group. And they showed it last year when they beat that 3-year-old group with sovereignty, journalism. They beat them on several occasions, the top horses out of those groups. So as a whole, I don't know what kind of group we're looking at. I'm going to predict not unless Ted Nafi or Paladin or Crude Velocity. And that's big if because all three of them horses got a chance to be special. But I think out of what we've seen, I think Golden Tempo's the best. I think he's a really good horse. I don't think he's a special horse. That's my take, but I could be wrong. 1 point game.
So I 1 point game with 2 minutes left. Anthony, you are I don't care, whatever. You're probably a minute ahead of me. I don't
I'm
care.
just watching on
React. Go.
ESPN.
It is a 1 point game with 2 minutes left. Is where I'm on exactly 2 minutes. Anthony, how much time you got?
147. I'm just watching Gamecast.
All right, so oh, okay. You're about 10 seconds. They just tied it.
Yeah.
No, they're down one.
Yeah.
They're down one, 1 minute and 40. Yeah, I'm at a minute 47 now.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right, so
30-point game.
real quick, I disagree with the Golden Tempo. I think he is a special horse, and honestly, Anthony, I kind of disagree with the crop. I think there's still some really good horses. I think I still like Commandment a lot. I just think he was, and I'll talk about it here in a second. But I think he was just outclassed. Golden Tempo was just better. Maybe not completely, but definitely on that day. But I still like I think Renegade's still really good. I I I actually don't think now look, I'm not gonna say Chief Wallaby's not good, but I'll tell you, I watched the replay. I went through and I watched every horse's trip, like I always do.
Knicks are winning. Sorry.
Um, Chief Wallaby was one of probably 4 or 5 horses, including Commandment, that I feel like had a perfect trip. Perfect trip. Jockey, they got out of the gate how they wanted, at least close to it, and they were able to put their horse where they wanted to. They could have easily moved up. They could have easily fell back a little bit more. And Chief Wallaby is not, I don't think is in that group. But some of the other horses that you named, Ted Nafi, no doubt. Looking forward to seeing him come back. And I think this is I still think I'm kind of, I don't know what you think of the Puma. I would like to see the Puma come back. I think the Puma could have been a Derby contender. So I
But
think the
I
crop.
will say this: I don't think the story's written yet. You know,
Oh
what
no.
I'm saying is I'm speculating. Is all I'm doing, and I'm just kind of going by times. You know, what kind of numbers they ran in some of these races.
Emerging market. I think emerging market, after dissecting everybody's trip, I think emerging market is still legit. I think you need to watch out for emerging market. That horse is legit. He didn't
Every,
have a perfect trip, but what he finish?
I'm not sure, but hey, remember this when talking about Saratoga. Saratoga's always been known as a funny track. Like some horses
They're
love
up
it,
5, dude.
some horses hate it.
Knicks are up 5.
They're going to
What
party
just
if they.
happened?
Oh my
What has
goodness.
happened in this last
I don't
quarter?
got 5. How many seconds you got to go?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're up 1. They're up
Yeah.
1. I'm sorry. I thought my eyes are. I'm sure y'all can see me squinting. My eyes ain't very good on. I can see, but I just can't see scores and shit on the
I got
bottom.
38 seconds to go. Knicks up 1.
I'm right there with you. They just
All
yeah, Knicks up 1. I don't know what they just called right there though. Looks like it's Nick's ball. Looks like it's Nick's ball. All right, so the reason that I do think the Golden Tempo is legit now is because while I was watching all the replays, there's kind of a way I do it. Like I won't just go watch the number one, then the number two, then the number three. Usually, how I do it is I'll let them break out of the gate, and whoever kind of goes to the front, the first two or three horses, I will kind of focus on them and watch their trips. And then I'll go back to the next group. Whoever's sitting right behind the leaders, I'll watch their group. So it just so happened that my last two horses that I watched were the Commandment, which was my pick, and Golden Tempo was my last one because obviously he was sitting in the back. So after watching Commandment and just getting ready to watch Golden Tempo's trip and really pay attention to it, I thought Commandment was the best horse. I thought that I nailed it, and he just got beat. But once I watched Golden Tempo's, I saw big brother against little brother, and I'm sure this has happened in horse racing plenty of times. People have actually, I made a video about this on TikTok. People have actually uh, thrown out some examples of other horses that have done this. Matter of fact, they said that Golden Tempo did this in the Derby. If he did, I missed it. Did you notice him doing this down the stretch in the Derby? Because I didn't, and I will go back and find that. But he absolutely look, maybe he doesn't look right at him. He had blinkers on. People want to say he was looking in the crowd. I disagree.
He was hurting the
strongly,
horse.
strongly disagree. Ortiz made a good move. Do you think it was a foul at the time? Do you think it was? I don't either. I don't either. I thought what he did in the, I thought what Oselli did in the Derby was way worse. I thought that Jose rode him really good around that turn to push. He pushed Commandment out. He got where he wanted to be. He was about to be in traffic. If you saw that, I don't know if you saw that, but he was just about to get in traffic, and he pushed his way through. And look, dude, there's two horses running right next to each other, and there's seven more or six more over here to his left. He knew the horses are running with him. He looks over at Commandment at the top of the stretch, and for, I don't know, 15 strides is just looking at him. And I swear he's saying, come on, I got three sons. And if my 13-year-old races my 10-year-old right now, although my 10-year-old is almost as fast as my 13-year-old, I could see Charlie doing this to Nate, running just enough to be ahead of him and kind of just teasing him a little bit. And that's exactly what was happening. I don't care what anybody says.
You know what
That's
I
what was
call
happening.
it? I call it roid rage is what I call it. He was
No,
all
no.
juiced
I
up.
can get on board with Rich Strike, but
I'm messing.
not
I'm
with this
messing.
horse.
I'm
Not with
messing.
Golden Tempo. Not
I'm
only does he
messing.
look at him at the top of the stretch, and for a little bit down the stretch, I feel like Jose was like, "All right, now we're getting close," and he tried to straighten him out, and the damn horse did it again. I know you've seen it, Anthony. He did
No,
it
I
again,
did.
and in the last 10 strides, he literally took off, dude. You've seen him. He had another gear. After the second time he looked at him, Jose again said, "Dude, let's go." And hey,
No, he's a good.
I think there's a chance that maybe he could have had a way better time.
Yeah. I think he is a good horse. I think I just don't know if he's great. But I'll tell you one that I'm excited about, not to change the subject. I don't like, of course, Ted Nolfi, Paladin, but Napoleon Solo at one point was a Derby favorite. Then he had a race where he ran bad, gave him a little bit of a break there, and then came back and won the Preakness. I would like to see Napoleon Solo again. One of the problems with this class right now is I don't feel like there's a lot of good horses that are either speed or run really close to the pace horses. I like to see Dane Bourbon again. But I feel like the only thing this class has now is a bunch of closers.
You're right about that. It's a lot of them that want to run from the back. And I tell you what, I was thinking about this. And look, I'd have to go back and really get into it. There's probably a lot of them, but Sierra Leone was one of the best closers. Craziest, just the way that horse closed races. I didn't think I'd ever see anything like that. What I'm seeing out of Golden Tempo is fucking awesome, Anthony. I did not like this. It's not like I disliked the horse after the Derby. I didn't. There was no reason to dislike the horse. It just, he wasn't my pick. But, I had skepticisms about the horse,
Right.
and, the pace that he ran into and everything setting up for him. The Belmont was impressive to me. It was impressive. I loved the way it looked like he was teasing Commandment. Even though I love Commandment, I think he was outclassed. I don't think there was a chance in France, Anthony. No chance in France that Commandment was winning that race over Golden Tempo on
No,
that day. Not on
not
that.
when that's that's come to find out that's Sherry DeVoe's. That's her home track. That's where she cut her teeth at. So a little bit of a home court advantage there. Look, Golden Tempo's an awesome horse. Um, I got to see
What?
more. I got to see more.
Oh, he just missed a layup.
Who did?
San Antonio. Nick's got the ball with 6 seconds left, down 1. San Antonio I think he missed a layup. Maybe I saw something. Maybe I missed something. Maybe he got blocked or deflected.
Who takes the last shot?
Brunson.
What about if
100%.
Wimby's on him? Does he still take it?
They ain't gonna put Wemby on him. It's got to be Brunson.
Big cat.
I wonder what's Cat's done in the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure I heard that he hadn't scored a point in the fourth quarter. So yeah, look, I like Golden Temple. I'll be watching out for him. I guess you think he ain't gonna race no more until what? Probably Breeders' Cup. That probably be it.
No,
You
he'll
think,
run
you
it.
think
No,
he'll go
no.
again? You think he will?
Yeah, he'll run in the Travers at Saratoga. That's the Midsummer Derby.
Well,
She loves it.
I'm anxious to see, man.
I
I'm
think
anxious to
I
see
think
what
he'll run
happens.
in the Jim Dandy. I think she seems like a Saratoga girl. Knicks are up by 1 second to go.
Oh shit.
You do get the ball at half court though. I think she'll run in the Jim Dandy and the Travers because Sherry DeVoe, she's a Travers girl. I mean, she's a Saratoga girl. That's where she grew up at. So I think she will go after. For some people that are Saratoga people, the Travers is just as big as the Derby to them. So it ain't for me, but for a lot of people, everybody gets caught up in the Triple Crown race. The Travers is a very prestigious race, and the Jim Dandy's the prep for the Travers.
Yeah, so I like how you said it earlier. The story's unwritten on this
No, it is.
on this whole crop, and I'm anxious to see what happens with them. I think Golden Tempo is still really good. I didn't pick Renegade in either one of the races, but I think Renegade's still really good. Still love Commandment. I don't know how many times he's gonna keep beating me.
Father
Second
Ado
place.
won at Churchill pretty big. Father Ado
Fir-
did. Won the
fir-
night
yep.
win. On
I'm
a
not-
side note, Nisos, he's an older horse, but he looked awesome on Belmont Day, and so did Englishman.
Nisos is a beast, dude.
Yep. Nisos lost by like a nose to Forever Young over in Dubai.
Oh, that was what you already saw. Holy
Oh,
shit.
Jesus.
You didn't see how they hit that?
How'd they hit it?
Brunson shot I think it was a 3 and missed it, and it was a tip in with 1.2.
Who hit the
Not-
tipping?
he's not it. Oh, it's Coach Cal, baby. He's sitting with Adam Sandler. Coach Cal and Adam Sandler courtside at the
Dude,
Knicks
turn
game.
it on. Turn it on. My man's on.
There's
Let's go.
Marcus Camby. Dude, imagine being in there right now. There is freaking superstars ever. There's Larry David.
Is Mark
Dude.
Pope there with him?
I doubt it.
Damn.
Let me see.
We got rid of a guy that's a celebrity for Pope.
Dude, long 3. Oh, what a tip in, dude. What a tip in. 1.2.
Man, what a game.
You're just watching it on Sportscast?
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't tell me then.
I
since I'm
won't.
watching.
I won't.
Since I'm watching. All right.
Oh.
Well, we'll keep touching on the horse racing as the summer goes along. We'll be touching on it. It's summertime. It's slow anyways. And look, Blitz the Bookie is becoming a football / horse racing podcast. The horse race is taking off, Anthony.
Tell me
Plus,
you
our
wouldn't
horse
like
racing
to,
stuff is good, son.
Tell me you wouldn't like to be
who knows more than Blitz the Bookie about
Hey.
horse racing?
if you were like, I know we're too big to be regular jockeys. But how awesome would it be to like drive the buggies? You know, the Joker, he drives the buggies.
I don't want no part of the buggies.
Dude, that would be fun. If we just had a bunch of trotters like in a barn and we could go out in a big field and we had a track to race them, that would be fun, dude. That would be fun. Like, take out nothing about the sport. Just if we had like a whole group of horses, maybe 5 guys, and we all got in our buggies and racing them things, you can be as big as you want, dude. That would be fun.
Oh, Knicks.
They're gonna party
Knicks
tonight. They're
won
gonna
it.
party tonight.
The Knicks won it. I wonder if there was a foul right there. There was a lot of contact right there on that last. Not really contact, just hands in there.
Dude, I think that was a 30-point comeback, dude. Think it was a 30-point comeback.
It was at least 28. I don't know if it got to 30, but I know I saw it at 28. Wow. Jerry Seinfeld, Walt Frazier. Dude, that place is rocking. They ain't going to work tomorrow.
It got to 29. I see that.
They are not going to work tomorrow. Wow. What a comeback, dude. That's got to be one of the bigger comebacks in the history of the finals. Look, there's the girl, there's the lady that's been on what is that, Law and Order for like 30 years. You know what I'm talking about? The Law and Order lady. She's out on the court.
It was
Wow.
71 to 42 with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
29 points. What a comeback. So see, I told you I changed it because that's what's about to happen.
That's what Bless the Bookie does.
I see. San Antonio, we going back. San Antonio gets one more, and then it comes back to New York, and New York wins it at home. Wow.
You imagine having San Antonio money line tonight? Like you're thinking, oh, it's over.
Dude, wonder what kind of live odds you could have got at when they were down 29. Big time odds. All right. Well, we were going to touch on the softball and the baseball. We ain't got no time. It is late as shit.
Yes.
I'm dreading the rest of this night. Softball, Texas won. None of us picked them. Baseball, they're down to the final 8. I don't know. I don't even know who's in it. We'll pick it next week. I would say by next week we'll be down to the championship series. The only other thing we were going to touch on was Mahomes got like $1 billion deal. I think it's really like 500 million, but half $1 billion for Mahomes. His contract got bumped up like $240 million. And then the story that everybody's talking about is the Sorsby kid from Texas Tech cheating and everything that's going on with him. Anthony, if you want to touch on it for a minute.
Just real quick. It looks like everybody's united, conferences, coaches, everybody's like acting like they're going to blackball Texas Tech, not play them like it seems like it's a big thing. NCAA saying maybe this is the Thunderbolt moment where we can make change. Pretty much he was declared not eligible by the NCAA. He went to a Lubbock judge and right there by Texas Tech. He was a graduate. The first judge dismissed himself from the case. The second one said,
Cat hugging Cal right there. Cal getting screen time, son.
Fine, we're stupid, dude. We're so stupid. God, we're so stupid. Dude. Freaking let Kentucky witch hunt, get him out of here. Golly, dude. But anyhow, yeah. So everybody's in arms, and they had their own judge, man, and they suspending for the first 2 games against nobody, and then they're going to redo the trial 2 weeks after the national championship game is scheduled to play. You can't make this stuff up.
Anthony, wait till you see the tip in that won the game, dude.
Yeah.
Dude came flying through the freaking dude. That was nice. Wait till you see the replay. That was nice. Came flying out of nowhere.
Who was on Brunson when he shot? Was it Wemby?
I don't even know how I don't know that. I've just sat here and watched it like 10 times. He was deep, dude. He was in between the 3-point line and half court. It was a deep ass 3. I don't know. I don't think it was Wemby though. Spike still out there. Yeah, look, we'll touch on the Sorsby stuff a little bit more next week. I'm sure everybody's still going to be talking about it. The only thing I'll say about it is any of the schools that are bitching and trying to like blackball Texas Tech, look, Sorsby did it. Maybe somebody, I don't know. If we're talking like Texas Tech knew about it or anybody knew about what he was doing, that's a whole nother issue than just a kid cheating. To me, it's probably just an isolated kid cheating. If any of these programs want to talk shit, they've all cheated too. They've all cheated. So stop trying to blackball Texas Tech.
Yeah, but they got caught. Oh, they got caught. Like,
No,
it's time. You
but
got to
he
do
got-
something.
he
You
got
got to draw a line, dude. You got to draw a line.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
it's
draw a
on
line.
him. It's on him, not Texas Tech.
Well, the Texas Tech shouldn't be planning
Well, how do you know they knew about it?
because they're
So you're saying that you think Texas Tech
no.
knew that
It ain't that. I don't know that part. But I'm saying, he got caught. He got suspended by the NCAA. Texas Tech lined up.
Now he needs to
Texas
go.
Tech lined up a judge for him, a paid-for judge, a Texas Tech graduate, put the suspension 2 weeks after the season's over, suspended him 2
Okay.
games against Aberdeen Christian and some other Mickey Mouse team. I mean, it
So
was like
they're basically wanting to boycott him because Texas Tech is trying to fight for the kid, right?
no, it's that the argument's always been that gambling is a different thing. That, like, we cannot allow these kids to gamble on games. Like, it's everybody.
I get that, but you said teams wanted to blackball Texas Tech.
Blackball him and not play him. Yeah, because
Because he cheated, or because they're trying to get him eligible after cheating.
yeah, because they're trying to, like, they've done all this to get him eligible, you know.
All
And
right, so Texas Tech is like standing behind him, I guess.
yeah, they're saying he's
So
an
I
addict.
mean, what are they saying about? See, I haven't read enough into
They're
this.
saying that
I
he's
mean,
an
what
addict. Texas Tech saying he's an addict. He had a problem. The only reason he got help is because he got caught, dude. He's like anybody else. And that's all fine, but you cannot, if you allow this kid to play, that is saying to the rest of the football world, it's okay to gamble. And they're going to bring up this case right here saying, well, so Sorsby didn't. He was able to still play. You got to do something, guys, because we're right on the edge of losing this. A lot of
Well,
big
hold up.
names
He hasn't even played for Texas Tech yet.
no. He played Cincinnati.
He did his
He
cheating
played
in
at
Cincinnati.
Indiana. He played at Indiana. That's where he bet on the team and stuff. And then he went to Cincinnati, and now he's at Texas Tech. Yes.
Oh, they're saying the cheating went on while he was at Indiana.
Yes, $90,000. A lot of games. $90,000.
So if he did,
And that's just what he got caught.
if
That's
he-
just what he got caught with.
So if he did it that year,
Dude.
you gonna tell me he didn't do it last year at Cincinnati?
No doubt. And Charlie, I totally agree with you that everybody's kind of doing it, but they got to do something, dude, because
No, look,
they're gearing to
not
lose
saying-
control. They're gearing to lose control.
They're not gonna lose control. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
If
People
this
have been
kid gets
cheating
away with
forever.
it, if this kid gets away with it, then every other kid can fight
No,
it. saying,
100%. I'm on board with what you're saying. There's no way that if he got flat out caught cheating betting,
he did.
he should never play at least Division I, and you could argue college football ever again. And I don't even think that 99%. I think that 100%.
I agree.
And actually, now that I'm kind of breaking down the fact that Texas Tech, he hadn't even played for them. So basically, they're trying to saying he's in. Yeah, I mean,
because that's their quarterback, and I know why they're doing it, because like that's their brought for quarterback. They probably feel like their season's hinged on it, you know. But the way they did it, dude, it's like they didn't even care if anybody, and they knew people was going to say something about the next court date being 2 weeks after the national title. They knew somebody was going to say something about. One judge, the first judge dismissed himself, Charlie, didn't want, probably just, he knew it was bad. The people came to him and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. The powers to be. And he said, dude, I'll just dismiss myself from this. Like, he didn't want no part of it.
Forget the judges. Who are the people in Texas Tech's administration that is saying, let's fight for this kid? Look, I am totally against the kid cheating, or I shouldn't even say cheating, just betting. Okay. But let's not pretend it's the worst thing in the world. There's a lot worse things.
I think in today's world it is. I think because because we're such on the edge of the abyss with it. Like
we're talking about sports though.
I know, but
there's
we are.
rape,
It's like
there's murder, there's all.
I know, but I
we're
get that.
talking
But
about minuscule shit, betting on a game.
But I'm talking about for the integrity of the game, dude. They're right
no,
there on
I
the
get
edge.
that.
Yeah, they're on the edge. Look, a lot of us know and believe that these kids are cheating, and I think the NCAA does too. But the NCAA, guys, this guy's almost be like, we got to let people know that if you play with fire, you're going to get burned. Like, if they don't, Charlie, it's going to be open season.
What a fucking idiot that kid is, dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. And you know what, dude? When he was in the transfer portal, I wanted his ass to come to Kentucky.
I did too.
Man, I'm so. You think
I'd
Will
probably
Stein?
be fighting for him?
Will,
I'd probably be fighting for him. So
you think Will Stein would have fought for him? You think Mitch Barnhart would have fought for him? There ain't no chance, dude. No chance. Mitch Barnhart would have fought for him.
No.
That's a whole nother.
That would have been Kentucky's luck. Like, all have this great season lined up, and we got Sorsby.
Yeah. So look, I do not agree with Texas Tech backing the kid. And I do not think that he should ever play college football again. I don't. But I don't think that he should be like banned from football and not drafted in the NFL. Well, I mean, actually, his integrity's fucked up. So I could
see. He can go to the NFL. He can go to the NFL.
I know he can't. I know he can, but I could understand somebody not wanting to take it. If he'll do that, you never know what else he'll do.
That's right. But, let him have his chance there. But for college athletics, it's over, in my opinion.
What a dumbass. I know he made a lot of money at Cincinnati.
Well, I think he made a decent amount there, but I think he was really going to make a lot this year. Like, I think he made some good money, but he wasn't as hot as item as what he was this year. When Texas Tech buys you, they paid a lot.
I wonder what he made in Indiana 2 years ago.
I bet you he probably made less than $1 million, but I bet you he was a $4 million quarterback this year, $5 million quarterback. That's pocket change to these guys, Charlie. It's pocket change.
Yeah, but still, if he's making, say he made $500,000 at Indiana.
He probably gambled that shit away, Charlie.
I guarantee he did. What an idiot. What a fucking idiot, dude. God, he's a dumbass. All right, well, we ran long, as always. Blitz the Bookie always runs long. Time flies when you're having fun. Guys, as always, appreciate everybody listening. Hopefully, Josh, I don't know. Maybe I hope they lose the city championship tomorrow so he doesn't get another promotion or something. But maybe we'll see Josh back on Blitz the Bookie one day. I don't know. But guys, appreciate everybody listening. Continue to check us out on social media. TikTok, Blitz the Bookie is going wild on TikTok. Make sure you keep up with us on TikTok. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We have been gaining a lot of followers on YouTube and audio only. Make sure you check out iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Anthony, you got anything else?
Jalen Brunson, Big Cat, born in the USA, baby. Born
USA,
in the USA.
USA. USA, World Cup starts tomorrow, baby.
Look at him.
World Cup starts tomorrow. Let's go. Friday night, Anthony, you better be watching. If you're not, you're a France fan.
Okay.
Hey, we'll catch y'all next week. Blitz the Bookie.
See ya. I still got to run and take my money over my daughter. I guess my wife didn't do it, but we can do it, dude. I'm down to do it.
You want to skip it now and see if we can maybe tomorrow night or maybe even if it's Friday night, just this one time.
All right, I'm going to run in. I don't mean to cut you short. I'm going to let this update, and I'll get with you.
Charlie got the mic, he's dropping facts all day. Anthony's like, nah, I got the better parlay. Argue about the spread, it's a fierce debate. But when it comes to Wildcats, they align their fate. Blitz the Bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. Late nights, hustle deals on the line. Charlie Wildcats, he's gonna make you shine. Anthony's heart where the numbers combine. Put your cash down, ride the incline. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. From the tip off to the final play, they grind. Mike's on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing odds till the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find. The bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. Final play, they grind. Mike's on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing odds till the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find. Bond you'll find. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat